Hello, hello, and welcome to Fantabulous. Today we're continuing on our next unit on this beaded bag. We're going to do some flowers and beaded embroideries. Um, we're going to try to do this in several units. This one, we're just doing the beaded pattern. I have a close-up of some of the colors, and I have already prepared some colors as we did last time. And let's go to it because it's going to take a while. So the first thing that I want to reiterate is we're going to try to use all the tools in our toolbox as much as possible to make things get a little bit easier. So here is a close-up. We can see the nice blue and the bronze beads. And we're going to go up here. I prepared already some of those colors that we didn't have. We had the blue and we had the pink, but we did not have the purple or the green. So let's go ahead. Okay, so the first thing we saw was that our flowers, which is probably the first thing we're going to do, this flower that's under the clasp is blue with a kind of like a clear kind of palish. I prepared some up here. So the first thing we're going to do is that. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab our blue bead, which is right up here. Oops, there he is. I say, hi, Mr. Bead. Copy. And let's see. I'm going to grab that bead and I am going to flatten it. Let's see how that works because I don't want to give myself a hard time with this. So let's see. Okay, it's a nice shapely bead. It's not all boxed out like sometimes it happens when you rasterize and flatten things. So let's see. Let's do copy, paste. Now what we want to do is, if you saw, as we saw before, let's get a little closer. The beading isn't exactly anything that's very symmetrical. It's kind of like the beads kind of fit wherever they fit. And that is why we're doing it like this. We're just kind of randomly throwing them in there and trying to like imagine how the beads would sit if they were sewn in by hand, which is of course not going to be even. It's not going to be in any type of, like there, any type of pattern other than the way naturally the beads would sit themselves against each other. So that's what we're doing right now. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be really lazy and use our cut and paste tool. Like I said, you try your best to use as much of the cut and paste and all the little tools and shortcuts you can, because if not, you'll be doing this forever. Now, another good thing to do is when you're filling in something that you hand drew, and there's going to be a shadow behind it, which is going to happen, you're going to take your direct select tool rather, and you're going to fill in behind it with a similar color but darker, so it emulates the shadow. Okay, so that's the fill. Let's do the fill. Okay, so great. Now what we can do is we can find, grab our our regular select tool here, and grab a few of these that look like they'd fit into each other like that in a pattern, and we say copy paste, and then what we're going to do is we're going to flip the whole darn thing over and see if we can like smush it in someplace wherever it wants to smush in, because like I said before, let's see, maybe I can like flip it even more. Let's see, that might work. Okay, and don't be afraid to do reflect tool and stuff like that. Okay, I want to stick this up like this a little bit. There, I think that might work. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so remember to not freak out with stuff. Grab him, and you can also make the beads a little bit uneven. That's because beads are crafted, so they are actually uneven. That's not going to make your sketch look any different. So let's do again. Let's do another copy paste of that big bunch of beads and flip them around and just fill that in. And we're going to fill that in. Then we're going to work on some tendrils. Tendrils, lovely. Weird word, tendrils. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Now, grab this bead over here. That doesn't look like it really wants to be there. Just like mush it in there. Okay, mush this bead down there, because they do mush in together, the beads. Oh, there goes my layers. I'm not working with layers right now because it's just too complicated with beading. Okay, I'm going to stick this guy over there. Okay, so he can go down a little bit, and he can go down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're really cooking with oil. Okay, so let's grab another bunch and just make a very random pattern. Okay, there we go. Random patterns. Okay. And again, mush things in where they fit, wherever they fit. If a bead looks like it fits in there, put it there. And just move them around. Okay. And of course, feel free to flip, flip, flip. Okay. Okay. The reason we want to rasterize stuff also is because, okay, I'm just going to fill in whatever's left over because I think we're almost there. You don't want like a data heavy file. Okay, there. Okay, so now we have our beaded area here, which looks nice and random, which is fine. If you find that you want to shift things, do around, do. There. Okay. Oh, that do. There. Okay, and then move a little bit out. Okay. There we go. We're good. Okay. So now we have one petal. Very nice. What are we going to do with that petal? We're going to surround it with, oh, let's zoom out a little bit because we're getting a little bit too much. Okay. So we're going to surround it with our yellowish kind of thing. I have this bead here. I'm not crazy about it. And I want them all to kind of jive with each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it and make it smaller. Whoa. All right, let's just make it a teach smaller. Okay, I think I want to add a an edge to it. Yeah, so it has like a little built-in shadow. Okay, so that one's good. I'm going to rasterize it, also flatten it. Okay, hopefully it flattened nicely. Yeah, it looks like it flattened nicely. Okay, let's take them on down. Actually, let me leave that one there and just say copy and paste because I want to have the original in case I need to rejigger it. Okay, so let's go in. We're going in. Okay, so we're going to do the flower and some tendrils, and from there you guys are going to figure out how to do this because it's fairly simple. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do our little friend here. There we go. All right. Okay, now remember, all these guys just flip around. Okay, let's grab you and pull you down there, and a little bit more. There we are. Okay, could be a little bit bigger actually. Just accommodate everything. Remember, you can always change the shape of a bead and the size of a bead a little bit. Not huge, but enough, because beads themselves are never exactly the same. And also, do vary the angles, because that's how naturally beads move. They don't. Okay, I'm just going to fill in around it to have the same effect. There. Oop. There. I'm going to fill it in here with some gray. Okay, there. So now we're going to go and grab a couple at a time if it suits you. Make your life a little easier. Go and zzz. Okay, come on. There. And we're going to keep doing that until we have our beautiful little petal. Yeah, somebody told me I sound like Bob Ross. Thank you so much. Anyway. Okay. So let's see. We're back to here. Shift, copy, paste. Okay, we're good. Okay. I don't have a weird kind of afro. I do have a little bit of a curly, crimpy thing going on, but definitely not that look. Okay, here. So I'm going to grab the rest of these, and we're going to see if we can cheat and just flip them. Remember, copy, paste, and reflect is a very good friend of yours. So copy, paste, reflect. Go to our reflect tool, which is under the rotate tool. And we're going to double click on that, and we're just going to do that. All right, let's see what happened. Okay, so that's not terrible. We're just going to move it down a little bit. There. And then we're going to probably get rid of some beads, but in the meantime, I'm going to go back to our rotate tool. Okay, let's go up here, rotate this down. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to get rid of the bead that we don't need anymore. This one down here. Goodbye. And this one can be moved over. And this one can be moved in. Okay, so now time to make a flower. It's like, how are we going to make a flower? Very easy. I'm going to grab all the bits and pieces like this, and we're going to, every single bead, it's not as many as you think, and it'll make your life a lot easier if you do it that way. Okay. Did I grab everybody? I hope I did. All right, we'll find out in a minute. And once we get everybody's bead in there, which should be very shortly, we're going to copy and make a beautiful flower. And then we're going to make the middle of the flower. We're going to make some tendrils. And then you are going to go and do on your own all this kind of work. Okay, so I'm going to say copy, paste, and see what happens. Oh, look how lovely. So what I want to do now is I want to say group, just to make my life easier. And then I'm going to color underneath like I did before. Oh, that's interesting how that happened. Oh, whatever. No worries. Just grab something. Okay. Now I'm going to do all of them because it'll make my life that much simpler. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my little grouping of fun stuff over here, and I'm going to transport it over here. And I'm going to do a little bit of a, let's put it over here for now and see how that works. Okay, so there. Now we're starting to look good. Okay. All right. Now, more stuff to do. Grab down here. Okay, so now I'm going to grab from here and fill in what I'm missing. Oh, okay. And here, now I'm just going to grab one of these. Let's see which one fits in there. Probably none of them, so I'm just going to grab this randomly and pull him over here. Okay, now we're twirling this. There we go. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to grab this whole thing again. Copy, paste. And I'm going to put it on this side now. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put my spin over here. Copying, pasting, just like that. No big deal. There. And wherever something doesn't fit in, take it out. That's all. Here, you gotta take out this puppy over here because he doesn't quite fit. I'm gonna grab him. Goodbye. Okay, so now we're gonna continue to do that. Okay, let's grab him again. Copy, paste. And as you can see, we're making a flower. You're thinking to myself, oh my God, this looks like a weird kind of bunch of eggs or something. But once you retract out, and just remember you're at like, what is it, 600%. People really don't look at artwork that closely, except when they're making it. Now you can also kind of cheat a little bit and make things smaller. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to say copy, paste, and I'm going to do this again. Here, I'm going to pull this over here. Okay, I'm going to put this and rotate it, and we're almost done with our flower. So as with this, you can do with all the flowers in this piece of art. Okay, now again, wherever you need to remove something, remove it. Okay, here I'm going to get rid of that. Now I want to grab this again, and I want to like cheat it up a little bit. Okay, beautiful. This one I think I need to cheat it down a little bit because it got a little too big. It's like growing out of its, there. There you go. Okay, very good. Now the next thing we're going to do is get rid of some of these puppies over here because they're just not working. I was afraid that might happen. All right, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the one we did not group, and we're going to grab a bunch of beads, and we're going to make the middle part of the blue bead over here. I mean the blue center of the flower. I think that looks like a nice little flower. I'm just cheating because I want you to see how easy it is to get stuff done quickly. Okay, so here we go. There's our flower. I'm going to grab some more pieces. I'm going to grab another one, copy, paste, and I'm just going to fill in around, do the same thing I did before, put them wherever they fit, and wherever you need to rotate them, you rotate them like there. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, that one needs a little bit of a rotation on it, so let's do it. Okay. There. Nope. That's better. Okay, copy, paste. And we're almost done with this. And as you can see, it has a nice random beady look, which is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so now we're going to grab a bunch of these and we're gonna like see if we can just like manipulate them around the edge. Okay, I think that's gonna be enough. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over here, put it down like there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it from like, I think this is a good fulcrum point. Let's do that. And voila. Okay, so now we're going to grab each bead that we can. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to move this up a tiny bit, and this one also. And this one, okay. Okay. Now, actually, what I can do is I can grab all of these again and copy and paste and see how that works. Okay, I think it might work on the other side too. Let me put it over here. And then I will just rotate it from that fulcrum point and see how that looks. Not too bad, actually, considering. Okay. So now we have gotten our flower. Okay. So let's grab him again. Okay. Copy, paste, and we're filling our flower in. And now we're just going to rotate, and we're just going to fill in that hole there. Okay. Copy, paste. Okay. Now, okay. Very nice. Okay, so now we got that. Okay, I think I want to make that one smaller. The ones next to each other, making it smaller because they look a little bit odd. Okay, and this one also, hello. Okay, let's get you down a little bit. Okay, so now we have a flower. Ta-da! Okay, what we can do now is we can use the circles also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out again. I'm going to zoom out to 100%. Okay, and we're going to look at our flower. It looks nice. Actually, the original has a pink middle with a brown edge. So let's, and there was others, the other ones are also blue. So the ones below it is blue. So this actually, I'm going to take this, I'm going to use it and put it down here. And then I'm going to replace it with a pink one, and I'm going to work on one tendril, and I think that's all going to be our unit because it takes a while to do this, and you're starting to get the idea of how beads should look and do look and how it works out that way. So let's go ahead and correct our misplacement. I'm going to grab everybody. Now, the good thing about doing this is that now you have a circle in a specific color that's being used. So let's grab everybody. And we're going to group it. Group. And then we're going to move him down because I think the one underneath it was the same color. I did not take a full photograph of it, which was a mistake on my part, but whatever. It happens. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is actually, before I forget, I'm going to color in this area here. Oop. Okay, there and there. I'm going to color in with the darkish gray. That one spot too. Okay, darkish gray, not so gray. Okay. Didn't I just group this whole thing? I thought I did. I think it forgot. Ah, no, it didn't forget. I forgot. Okay, here. So let's pull this down and see how it looks. All right, here we go. Now, don't forget that you can always make things grow and shrink like this. There. There. Okay. So now let's go back again, being that we're like a really big. Okay, there. Now it looks very nice. So now we're going to work on the middle of the flower, and we're going to work on one tendril, and then we're done. Okay, I'm gonna do one. We'll do some of the middle part. That's pretty cool, I think. Okay, so let's go in again. So we're going to grab our pink. Where did our pink guy go? There he is. Somehow I got a little twisted. That's okay. We can always do a little shearing. I don't know how this got sheared, but there. Okay, we straightened it out. Okay, good. So let's say we're going to copy, and then we're going to run down here, and we're going to do our little center of the flower. There. There we are. And we're going to say copy, paste a few times, and we're just going to randomly stick them around. Okay. And another one here. And there. And then we're going to say copy, paste again. And this time we're going to start rotating to fill in any areas that we need. Okay. I'll rotate you in there and push you out a little bit. Right there. Okay. I'll rotate you a little bit more. Before I forget, I'm going to do what I did before, which I should have done before. It's like this and this. Oh, nope. That's not what I need. I need to grab you, and I need to grab you and do this. Okay, and this. There. Okay, so let's grab our... Oh, wrong thing. Let's grab our guys again and paste them around wherever they fit. Again. And over here, I think one fits. And then I'm going to say copy, paste, and then I'm going to start rotating and filling in whatever we need to fill in. Okay, so let's fill that one in like that. Okay, copy, paste. We can use a couple of those in that position to fill in areas that are needing it. Copy, paste, and just delicately fill them in. Paste it again. If you see too many like holes in the beads, then you move the beads around. But remember that beads naturally will have holes amongst them because they sometimes just can't all fit in. You can mush them around, but there's going to be like spots that are going to be empty because they're just, you know, the shape of the bead. All right, let's see. Let's get this over here. Copy, paste. And we can stick that guy over here too. Okay. And again, if you want to cheat, you can. Copy, paste. You can put in one, turn it around, and if it still doesn't fit, you can shrink it in. But beads will overlap, so that's not to worry too much about. And now here. Okay, so now we're going to go and get our bronze, which will also be part of the tendrils, which should be, oh, there it is. I made this little bronze bead. I think it looks nice. Hopefully it does. Copy. And then we're going to go down and put it around here. So I was going to say paste. Yay! Okay, so we're going to put you, Mr. over here. And we're going to put a couple. Ooh, okay, come here, dude. Come here, little man. Okay, let me turn you around. You're going this way? Good. And copy, paste. And going to get 3 little friends together. And then we're going to just go to our tool here and just grab all of them together. Copy, paste. Okay. Oh, how on earth did that happen? Okay, let's try that again. What is it like? This one is not copying? Okay, let me see. I don't know how that happened. The computer's behaving a little strange today. Okay, now we're all good. Okay, and now let's put this over here. Rotate, rotate, rotate. I'm going to put the fulcrum around here, I guess. I don't know. It's probably going to have to be moved anyway. Okay, let's grab you over and stick you over there and move you over this way. Okay, so let's grab this guy again. Copy, paste, and put him over there. And let's get that fulcrum right on the edge over here. Okay, it's not as good as I was hoping, but it's not terrible. Okay, move it down a little bit. Okay, copy, paste. Let's get him over here. Let's see if the... All right. Okay, so we need one more. So let's just grab, okay, copy, paste. All right. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of a twirl in there. Okay. Okay, so we did our first flower. Ta-da. Let's go out, move out. And you can say, oh, it's so gorgeous. Okay, now, or not, let's work on a tendril. Tendrils. It's a funny word, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to work on this tendril over here. We're going to put that's the bronze. We're going to use the bronze here. We're going to copy over here, and then we're going to put it and flip it over on this side, and you'll see how we manipulate that. And pretty much that's the extent of the class. It's just copying, pasting, and manipulating. So let's go. Zoom in. Whee! Okay, we're back to 800%. So, tendrils on top. Okay, so I'm going to copy, paste our original little fellow over here. I'm going to twist them around and fill in the spot. Now again, be smart. If you're using something like beading that needs shadowing in the back, always remember to do that first. Okay, so let's do that. And any place else you're going to need that. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, all right. Little small spots like that aren't that important, but you should also try to if you have a chance. Okay, so now let's go back to our, let's go back to our little fella over here. No, this one. Say copy, paste, and hello. There. Copy, paste, and we're going to do that for a little bit. Okay, until we get something that's looking a little bit nice. And now we can start to twist them a little bit. Let's twist him a little bit up. Okay. Now copy paste again. I don't know why randomly they just wind up in weird places. These beads, you'd wish they'd just like wind up where you want them to, but of course your computer can't read your mind except when it's, trying to fill your inbox with ads. And all of a sudden all the stuff that you ever looked up on Amazon is in your inbox. Okay, let's see. Then it can read everything. Okay, unfortunately also your credit card, but be careful. Okay, copy, paste. All right. So now we have a lovely little tendril. Did I say tendril today? I think I said it like 10 times already. Okay. Now I'm trying very hard to make this look nice. What I'm hoping is that I'll be able to manipulate it onto the other side. Now remember, because this is a beaded bag, symmetry is hand done, so it's not always perfect. If you look at the original bag, there's a lot of stuff that is not symmetrical, really. It's imperfect because it's, made by a craftsman, and they're trying to accommodate beads and all sorts of things. They're gorgeous, though. I mean, all the crafty stuff is really, really pretty, but it's never exactly perfect. So if your artwork isn't exactly perfect, that actually reflects what the craftsmanship will do to an item. Okay, so, all right, so let's see how we're doing. We're almost there. And then we're going to manipulate our beaded circle. And then we're going to flip this over. And we're good. Okay, so now, since we already have a pink ball, or circle, except it has blue around it. So I'm going to just copy the pink part of this, like this, and grab all of them. And then I'm going to put blue around it. So I'm going to say copy, paste. Okay, so I'm going to smush it down a little bit. Actually, I don't think I need to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out this one over here and this one over here. And then I'm going to manipulate these in there. Okay. There. Okay, so now I'm going to grab one of my blue ones, copy, paste, and it wound up there. Like I said, I'd never know why these things happen, why randomly they just go to random places. I'm sure there's some kind of algorithm that tells them where to put things, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so copy paste. Okay, put this up here. Start manipulating, pushing, mushing, pushing, whatever. Okay, and again, let me see if I can just kind of do this. I don't want to grab all of. Whoa, how'd that happen? Hello. I don't know how these things happen. I really don't know. Okay, so we're gonna grab. Well, I'm gonna try that again. Grab all of them, copy paste, and we're going to put him up here and I'm going to twirl him down so he fits. I'm gonna put the fulcrum over here. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Put the fulcrum over there and push down. Okay, so we're almost there. So now what I'm going to do is copy paste again, the 3, and then I'm going to grab them and just kind of stick them over here, put a fulcrum over here, and push it down like that and see how it's going to go. Okay, we're good. We're almost there. And I'm going to copy and paste him because he could fit in right in here. Oh, hello, come here. Let's change it. There. There. Okay. All right, this one is going down like this. Okay, beauty. Okay, so now we have our tendril. Now, of course, because this is a kind of supposed to be a mirror image, I'm going to grab all of these beads and I'm going to, the tendril and the, whatever that is, a bud or a ball or something, or a seed. I'm not quite sure what the artist thought of when he was drawing this. But I'm going to grab them all. And then I'm going to copy and group them. And I'm going to flip them over and manipulate it on the other side. And that is pretty much how this whole bag is going to be done. And that will be our unit so that you can go along and work on your own beaded projects. May God have mercy on your soul. Okay, here we go. But once in your life, you will have to do it if you are, in fact, a handbag designer, because at some point, beads always come in. I was like a career handbag product development person for, I don't know, 20 years. And I saw beads come into fashion twice. So I guess it's every 10 years or something like that. Okay, let's see. So I want to group that. Let me just say group just to make my life a little easier. And then I'm going to say rotate. And I'm going to put this fulcrum over here. And I'm going to pull that thing over there. All right. All right. And I'm going to push it in a little bit. Okay. Now, what did I forget to do, boys and girls? I forgot to color in the underneath part. So I'm going to grab my tool here and just going to color that in. Okay, now I'm going to grab again. And again, like I said, don't worry. The beads themselves are never exactly the same. So don't be afraid to manipulate them and move them. Okay, so now I'm seeing that I want to put this like that. Okay, so the beads will not be the same size. We already said that. So don't worry if you move them and make them smaller. So now what we have to do is just move things around until they fit our original sketch, which is somewhat foreshortened because that's the other side of the bag. Okay, so I'm glad that we got this part done. Let's grab a bunch of these because I think now I can actually just manipulate the whole thing into it. Let's see. Okay, so one at a time now. Almost there. Let's mush it in. Ah! Okay, so now we have our, now we have our tendril, and we have worked it in a way that they are symmetrical. to some degree to what you would expect of a beaded pattern. If you look at the original beaded pattern, let's move over to the side, you will see that the shapes are not exactly the same, the tendrils aren't exactly the same. So if yours doesn't look exactly the same, pat yourself on the back because that's what beaded kind of things look like. Okay, so the rest of this is done in the same manner. We used green beads for the leaves, and there was pink flowers and blue flowers. So now you know how to do it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this class. And if you like what you see, subscribe. And of course, if you have any questions, just plop them on in the comment box below. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Bye.